G'day folks, Nathan here from FVR Contracting, or FVR 375 on the various platforms out there. Tonight I'd sort of do a bit of a walkthrough more than a review on a bit of gear I just got sent out as a courtesy to the guys who sent it. So Olight Australia hit me up not so long ago and asked if I'd like to give one of their Warrior X4 kits a bit of a go in the field. Obviously I had a fair understanding of the type of stuff that I do and know that I do a lot of night work, and yeah, thought it might be a bit of a beneficial opportunity on both sides, and I tended to agree because more torches are better as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so they did send me out one of these Warrior X4 Pro kits. I've been using it in the bush for the last 3 to 4 weeks. And I have to say, so far, pretty impressed with the bit of gear. So I'll just talk through some of the features and what comes with the kit, so that anyone else out there who might be thinking about getting one can have a little bit of a look at what the capability is. Anyway, it comes in a box there. Hopefully you can actually see that. So that's the Warrior X4 kit. So it describes itself as a long-range tactical flashlight with an enlarged tail switch, and its max output is 2600 lumens and throw around 630 metres, which I tend to agree with from what I've seen. It comes with a 5-year warranty, which is pretty impressive. Anyway, in the box itself, so I'm not going to go too much in depth here, but you get the usual instruction booklet. They give you another one of these clips, which they've got in a lot of their gear, which are basically the torch clips. I don't know if you can see that properly. But yeah, clip on top of the scope. They're not a bad bit of gear actually. I use them for a few different torches. And then they come with a tail switch. So as you can see there, well, sort of half see in this other light that's a little bit dim. Low, high switch, so that you can run it as a hunting light on a firearm of your choice, which I think would be a pretty good concept for this torch, because it's a pretty good bit of gear, as I'll show you in a minute. So the torch itself comes with a little scabbard. So this is actually really good. It's pity you can't sort of see that better. So it's got a little clip here that goes straight over your belt, which is handy, and then the torch just clips in and out. So it's quiet as well, so not noisy in the bush. So although that was, but yeah, clips in and out, which is quite handy. And you know, a lot of the other lanyards and various other things, they just get in the way. But that clip has so far been good, and I've been running it on my belt now for the last little while and been pretty happy with it. Torch itself, yeah, it's quite a handy size. It's sort of actual hand size, and yeah, that's just on the low power setting there. So even the low power setting's pretty bright. But it's basically got a tail cap, which is press for the sort of half press for the low power setting, and then you can press it for the high power setting as well, which is really quite impressive, and probably likely to burn your eyeballs out if you do too much of that. Other than that, it's got as I understand it, a stainless steel bezel on the front. It's got a switch here that you twist around, if you can see that. And that basically conceals the charging port, which is via USB-C. So you can, as I understand it, also on these charge magnetically through the tail cap. It's not something I do. I do like the USB-C chargers. It charges really quickly, and it's got a LED indicator on it as well. So anyway, it's yeah, torches are a bit of a funny thing to review or talk about, because there's not that much to talk about. You know, either it does what it's supposed to do, or it doesn't. The other thing that comes with this kit, they give you 2 filters with it. So there's a red filter and a green filter, I think it is. I'll just pull that out. So yeah, green filter. That's cool. And a red filter, also good. So your filters are a good concept. You know, various animal species tend to be less affected by coloured light than they are bright light. Personally, I tend to find that red light is the better end of the colour spectrum for that sort of thing, if you're trying not to spook things. But yeah, anyway, it gives you a couple of options with this torch. So for example, if you were shooting in rabbits at close range with a 22 or something like that, and had this scope mounted, then with the tail switch there, one of those filters might be pretty good, just to stop them from hopping off and getting away on you. Yeah, it's quite light. I don't know if it says what the weight is on the front here. It does not say what the weight is, which I probably should have looked up. But in any case, yeah, it's not very heavy. So yeah, it's a nice light torch to carry on your belt. And so far, again, run time, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been running it on the flat out setting too much, but literally been using it for the last sort of yeah, 3 to 4 weeks of night work. Contracts, and I haven't gone through a set of batteries yet in a night, which is pretty cool. Anyway, what we'll do now, I don't know what the best way to do this is, but I'm basically sitting more or less, I'm on a closed site, but I've got a road here with some distance, you can sort of see things. So that there, the tree line we're focused on is, and we're on the low power setting, so that's probably 80 metres away over there. And then we'll shine it sort of up this open ground along the edge of the road / track here. See, it's got a fairly good throw, and you can see some markers up there. The closest of those is probably 150 metres. And then out in the distance there, you can just see the, well, not just, I can clearly see them, but I don't know what the video's picking up. You can see there's some yellow markers. So they're at 500 metres, those yellow markers, and yeah, again, if there was a cat up there and you're looking for eye shine, you'd certainly be able to pick it up with this torch. And then you've got the high power setting, so that one there, which again, that's really boosting, so no dramas at all, picking up reflection there. And I would have no doubt at all that the rated output on a clear night of 630 metres on that sort of power setting is entirely doable. You know, it's daylight at those sort of, yeah, a couple of 100 metres distances. You are absolutely going to see whatever is there. Yeah. Anyway, as I said, there's probably not a great deal more to talk about on these. It's got a good little heat sink on the front as well, so you know, it distributes heat off the torch fairly readily. Yeah, it's not a whole lot else to say. It's easy to undo. It's got a good waterproof rating. Yeah, you've got a 5,000 milliamp hour battery in there, which is good to go. And that's about that. It's also got the typical little, which comes on a lot of Olight torches, the little rubber bit at the back here, sort of gives you something to grip onto, but it comes assembled on the torch, which some of the old X-Pro kits and that, you had to put them on there, and it was a little bit, you know, not set up, but these ones are not like that. Yeah, I'd certainly be happy to recommend one of these, and you know, I'll probably use this later in the year for exactly what I was talking about before. I've got a couple of jobs where we've got some bunnies to get rid of. You don't really need thermal gear or anything like that for rabbits at close ranges, so this will get a lap there with a tail cap on it to give it a go. Anyway, worth a look if you're interested. So feel free to ask questions, but as you probably guessed by the nature of me rambling through this, you're probably not going to get a specifically technical answer on the torch front anyway. But yeah, the Warrior X4 Pro kit, worth a look.